Now that mechanical keyboards have been popular for a number of years, they're finally starting to drop in price to where the more economical consumer can start to afford the upgrade from their old membrane keyboard. With the Logitech G710 series of mechanical keyboards costing less than $100 now, this is an extremely viable upgrade. So is it worth it to upgrade from your old membrane keyboard to a mechanical keyboard? I'll start first by briefly explaining what a mechanical keyboard is. Rather than a membrane keyboard, which has a membrane plastic layer and require a full and oftentimes mushy key press to actuate a response, mechanical keyboards have a physical switch with actuation points. Rather than having to be pushed completely to the bottom of the keyboard, mechanical switches will actuate before the keys bottom out. Now, I'm not denying that there are plenty of other intricacies that go with mechanical keyboards, but this is the basic concept. While they are expensive, the advantage mechanical keyboards provide are that these different switches give a more tactile and responsive feel for an overall better and sometimes even faster typing experience. The mechanical keyboard I'm going to review for you today is the Logitech G710, the less expensive model of the G710 series. The G710 comes with Cherry MX Blue mechanical switches. Blue switches are known for the great tactile feel, but the drawback, or some may even consider it a bonus, is the loud clicking sounds that each key makes while you're typing. For those of you considering the G710 Plus, the only difference between the two is that the G710 Plus uses Cherry MX Brown switches, which are less tactile than the MX Blue ones, but they're also quieter. The G710 comes in standard keyboard box and is a straight plug and play with your Windows computer. It uses two USB connectors, one to power the keyboard and backlight, and the other for a pass-through for any other USB device. One welcome physical feature on this keyboard is the cable management routing grooves for any USB cables that you want to run to the front of your keyboard for a headset or other USB accessory. The G710 has an extremely well-built base with rubber feet that are very effective in keeping the keyboard from moving. It also includes two plastic feet to allow some incline for typing. The only thing I would have added here is some rubber pads on the plastic feet so that you can get the same grip you do when you aren't using the incline adjustment. The G710 also includes a removable plastic wrist rest. With my hands being larger than average, I found the wrist rest extremely awkward to use unless I removed it and it was just sitting on its own 2 inches from the keyboard. Thankfully it does include two rubber feet and was fairly grippy to my desk surface. However, I eventually got tired of that solution and stopped using the wrist rest altogether. Thankfully, this keyboard isn't terribly tall and it's perfectly comfortable to use without the rest. The G710 features a sturdy but plastic construction. The outskirts of the keyboard as well as the keys did a better than expected job at keeping fingerprints away. However, the glossy plastic between the keys and surrounding the G keys was, as expected, a fingerprint magnet. The G710 features a standard QWERTY style keyboard layout with the function keys above, an arrow keys, and a number pad on the right. In addition to the standard layout, the G710 includes a volume wheel, a mute button, media controls, backlit buttons, a Windows gaming button, and status LEDs for the gaming button, caps lock, num lock, and scroll lock. The backlit buttons control up to 5 levels of white backlighting for the whole keyboard, with a separate backlight control for the WASD and arrow keys. While the rest of the keyboard is mechanical, these additional controls are just standard press keys. In my opinion, this is a good way to cut costs as I rarely use these keys, and when I do, it doesn't disrupt my typing experience. Additionally, the G710 includes 6 programmable G keys accented in light blue, signifying the MX Blue switches. These keys can be switched between 3 different profiles using the M1, M2, and M3 profile buttons, giving you up to 18 different alternatives to program your G keys. These profiles can be programmed along with the G keys to do macros, record individual keystrokes, or anything else you may want to set them to do. For on-the-fly keystroke recording, you can use the MR key. Just press the MR key, press a programmable G key, type out the keystroke that you want, and press MR again to save your keystroke. Like the media control keys, the M1, M2, M3, and MR keys are not mechanical keys. Overall, the G10 is an outstanding mechanical keyboard for the price. While the need for a quiet environment may lead you towards the 710 Plus with the MX Brown switches, if you can deal with, or even enjoy the satisfying feedback from the MX Blue switches, this keyboard may certainly be worth taking a look at. That's it for this review of the G710. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one.